O'Connell then made a full statement in which he admitted intending to shoot Dr. Miller. Apparently, he was convinced somehow that you were responsible for his mother's imprisonment and for the shootout in which his mate was killed.
What'll happen now?
He'll be charged on both counts of murder. He'll probably plead insanity.
And get off, you mean?
Oh, no, he's not a well lad, Mrs. Macaulay. I doubt if he'll ever be released.
Greg, Mrs. Macaulay, could I have a word with you, please? I need your permission to operate again.
But you said Karen's too weak.
She is, and I wouldn't want to operate under any other circumstances. But the fragments are moving closer to the heart. If we don't operate, she will most certainly die.
Janet, are you awake? Janet?
Hello again.
I didn't wake you, did I?
No. I was just thinking.
So was I. What about?
Just things, generally. What about you?
Same here. Might as well be honest. I was thinking about you. You're the most interesting person I've met since I've been in here.
Thank you.
What do you think's going to happen? I mean, that man who died in the States. Will they take you back there for trial?
I doubt it.
Why?
Well, I have to be extradited from Australia first. And our cause has supporters here. And enough finance to get me the best lawyer available.
Oh, come off it, Janet.
How do you mean?
Well, the courts aren't going to support you. You've killed someone in America. Someone important. Janet, I want to escape. Why can't we help each other? I mean, when we get out, we can go overseas. I've never been overseas.
Thanks, but I've told you. My people will look after me. Good night.
Oh, thanks for the lift.
Pleasure.
Coming in for a minute?
Well, just for a minute, I won't stay.
Not even for a coffee?
Well, I shouldn't. I know you're tired, and I wouldn't want to wear out my welcome.
Oh, Leela's a wonderful cook, isn't she?
Hmm.
I'm sure you won't sit down.
Well, just for a moment.
Well, that's a definite no to coffee, then.
Well, I think it should be. Leela. I've always had a soft spot for the old girl.
Well, can I be rude and say it didn't seem mutual?
Oh, we're old sparring partners. It keeps us both on our toes.
Well, I was rather surprised to get an invitation.
Well, actually, I asked Jim to invite you. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. Thanks for the thought.
Good. I'd really like to do it again sometime. Maybe dinner and a show or something like that.
Well, I'm pretty busy at the moment.
Every night? Look, if you'd prefer not to go, just say so. I understand.
Well, perhaps I could change some plans for Saturday, but I'd have to check it and phone you.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, OK then, Jeff. Well, I'll be in touch.
Good.
Thanks for this evening.
Pleasure.
Goodbye.
Night.
Or is this disturbing you, Bea?
No worries, love. Listen, give us a hoy if the news comes on. There might be something about Karen.
Oh, I could tell you in the morning.
Look, love, I know if it's on the news, it's most likely going to be bad, but they might just happen to say she's all right. And I'd rather know. A bit like you with David.
And here is the latest news. There's still no word on the future of suspected terrorist Jeanette Dominguez, arrested early this morning at Tullamarine Airport. Dominguez is alleged to have planted a bomb at the United Nations building in New York, killing a senior South American diplomat. She's being held under tight security at Wentworth Detention Center, pending a decision on extradition.
It's a new woman in the
Police are
town.
expected to fly in from New York over the next 2 or 3 days to commence extradition proceedings. The hunt is over for prison escapee David O'Connell, alleged to have killed a policeman in a gun battle last week. Police recaptured O'Connell tonight after receiving a tip-off.
Ah, somebody shopped him.
Oh, it's
In a new
probably for the
development,
best.
police have charged O'Connell with the attempted murder of Mrs. Karen Travers, who tonight is still in a critical condition in hospital. Travers was gunned down in the surgery of her fiancé, Dr. Greg Miller.
Oh, no.
And finally,
No!
Quieten down the
an
rabbits.
emergency
It's
response
okay.
from police, country fire authority, and a gas and fuel.
Who is it?
Greg. Come. Sorry it's so late. I saw your light on.
Oh, come in.
I didn't mean to disturb you.
It's all right. Sit down. I'll get you a drink.
Well, just one, eh? I had to operate again.
How is she?
She's out of the theatre, just hanging on. I had to get out and drive around a bit.
Here.
Oh, thanks. I'm sorry to barge in.
It's okay. Don't worry.
I couldn't think of anyone else to talk to.
Look, she's going to be all right.
It's too early to tell. It's her second major op in 24 hours.
Look, she'll pull through. But you've got to start thinking about yourself. You're just pushing it too hard. You'll collapse.
No, I'll be okay.
Look, why don't you stay here and get a few hours' sleep? You can ring the hospital, leave them my number.
No, I'm okay. I just needed a friendly face, that's all. Look, I want to check back at the hospital. There's a motel opposite. I'll go in there, I promise.
Fine. But if there's anything I can do...
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
Take care.
Janet Dominguez is becoming a problem. The department were on the phone to me the minute I arrived this morning. Apparently the group she's with has issued a statement. They're threatening reprisals because of her imprisonment.
What sort of reprisals?
Well, nobody knows, but the department still wants maximum security. She's to remain in solitary for as long as she's here.
Well, I think that's reasonable under the circumstances.
I agree, but it might make her more difficult to handle.
We'll manage.
Yes. Oh, Officer Phillip is supervising breakfast for Dominguez. How does she seem?
I'm quite relaxed. She ate everything, even thanked us when we took the plates.
Well, maybe she's waiting for something to happen.
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to keep our eyes open. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right, Dr. Miller. How's Karen? I heard they had to operate.
Yes, she's hanging on.
You look very tired.
No, I'm fine. I got into a motel room, had a few hours sleep there.
Well, I expect you'll need a few days off. We can manage, but if anything happens, I can get in a GP.
Mrs. Davidson, I'd rather work. I need something to take my mind off what's happened.
Well, of course.
In fact, I'd like to start right away, if that's okay.
Well, I've cancelled the sick call. It was only the usual hypochondriacs anyway.
There must be something. I really need to work. I'll go back to my own surgery, but the window and the telephone, they've not been fixed.
Mrs. Davidson, there's Dominguez, new admissions, the
Oh,
medical.
yes, thank you, Mr. Fletcher. Janet Dominguez...
Oh, yes, I heard on the radio.
Well, she's in solitary. You'll have to examine her there.
Oh, that's fine.
Mr. Fletcher and Officer Phillip will go with you.
Who are you?
I'm the prison doctor. I have to give you a routine examination.
Why did this happen when I was admitted?
Oh, because I wasn't here. Sit down, please.
I'm afraid I don't have much faith in prison doctors. One examined my husband regularly while he was being tortured, then wrote natural causes on the death certificate.
So we do things differently here.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
That's enough.
It's all right.
Oh, I know you, Doctor. The obligatory Mr. Kindness. You're part of the window dressing. When did you last try to change anything here, except perhaps your salary? What do you really do for the masses, the ones who pay for it?
You're so concerned about the masses. When did you last think about the innocent people that get killed in the crossfire?
All the time, Doctor. But when force is used against you, you have to use force in reply.
And to hell with who gets hurt. I think I'll continue this examination later. She seems perfectly healthy, physically anyway.
Sorry if I made you think a little, Doctor.
Ready.